Okie dokie. So let's start laying down. We're going to wake up our cores to start. Down on your backs. And just let's start just in kind of a shavasana feel. Just letting everything kind of relax and noticing your breath. So feeling the lower belly gently expanding and then falling on the exhale. So just closing your eyes or staring at something. Really just noticing your abdomen softening and allowing your diaphragm to pull down into your lower belly, really expanding your lower belly like a balloon, and then just letting it go. Good. Now changing it slightly. So now on the exhale, you feel your core start to engage. Let's actually bend up our knees with our feet on the floor. So on the exhale, you really start to feel your pelvic floor pulling up. And it's almost like your abdominal muscles are getting zipped up like a zipper. So on the exhale, starting to feel it first in the pelvic floor and then sort of like a wave of contraction going up your rectus abdominis till you get up towards your rib cage. Good, wonderful. So now let's add in some legs. So picking up one leg to bend it in towards your chest and then deciding to do the other legs. So we're going to try and just do the opposite of the leg we always want to do first. So on the inhale, the leg reaches away, and on the exhale, bending that knee in, really feeling that zipper up of your abdominal muscles. So inhale, lengthening that leg, exhale, pressing out the air. And your weight as you do this is on your hips and on your upper back, your shoulder blades and shoulders, but not in your lower back. And this is one of those things that the more you put your brain into the contraction, the more you get out of it. Good. Now let's switch sides, please. So exhale, contracting. Inhale, lengthening out. Really feeling that deep breath. Good. Putting that foot down, getting your legs a bit far apart to do some windshield wipers. Getting some mobility in the hips, maybe feeling like you're getting a bit of an inner thigh stretch, just having your hips rotating inward and outwards for a bit. Wonderful. Let's go for a big full body stretch. Wiggling your toes, wiggling your hands or your fingers. Big inhale and then exhale. bringing your knees in, hugging them in, maybe lifting your head up. Good. Now let's do that one. Head comes back down to the floor where you're pressing into your thighs and your thighs are pressing back into your hands. So feeling that real engagement in your core, shoulders relaxed, breathing deep. So we're just trying to generate some heat and really on the exhale, feel even some extra grr in your core. Good. Wonderful. Just a few more seconds. Good. Wonderful. Now let's stretch out our legs up to the ceiling, flexing your feet, stretch out your arms with your palms reaching up. Your chin is tucked a little bit. So it's like a downward dog upside down. Nice, big stretching everything out. Good. Big inhale and then exhale, hugging in your knees again, maybe lifting up your head. Inhale, reaching out, lengthening out your body, wiggling your fingers and toes. Good. Wonderful. Let's bring our knees in, hug them again. Wonderful. So now we're putting our feet on the ground. Let's just reach our arms up to the ceiling, just waking up our shoulders for a moment or two. Because all of a sudden mine feels sore. So let's just do some big circles with our arms. Good. And then going back around the other way. Just finding the sore spots and then kind of making the circling go there. Good, wonderful. So bringing your hands alongside your hips, palms facing in. And we're going to do that one where you inhale, then as you exhale, feel pelvic floor and the whole core zipping up and helping to peel your shoulders and head up off the floor. Then inhale, rolling down. The whole time your sort of underarms are squeezing in towards your side, so your whole lats are awake too. So your inhale rolls you down, control. Exhale brings you up. Keep on going. Good, wonderful. Rolling on down, having your arms just relax. But let's keep that engagement in the core, lifting up one knee and then deciding, oh no, I'm going to do the other knee. We're going to circle the knee coming up and out first. These are little circles. And as you exhale, that's when you're pulling your knee in towards you and you're opening it up. So that as you exhale and do this circling with your knee, your lower core is really, really engaged. It's not those kind of gentle, relaxing hip circles. It's a real feeling your lower core almost doing the work of circling your leg. Good, wonderful. Switching legs, exhaling to draw it in and out. Then maybe your inhale at the bottom of the circle. Really putting your brain into your lower core and the exhale. Good, wonderful. Let's stretch everything out. Big full body stretch. Doing some ankle circles for a moment, maybe wrist circles, just getting everything moving. Circling back around the other way. Good. Big inhale, exhale, pulling in your knees, hugging. Wonderful. Feet on the floor. So, you know, the one where you sort of bring up your upper body? We're going to do a version of that, but our arms, our palms are going to be facing downwards. So big inhale, exhale, coming up and staying up, keeping the core engaged. We're going to do some little pumping with our arms on the exhale. So as you exhale, your hands go down. So keeping your core really engaged, strong arms. If your neck hurts, take breaks. Just a few more. And rolling on down, reaching your arms overhead, but keeping your knees or your knees bent and just arching your back. So getting kind of the opposite feeling in your back. The small of your back is coming up off the floor. Good. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, pressing your back down into the floor, hands coming alongside your hips. Good. So let's do some glute bridges. So feet, heels are pressing into the floor. You're drawing your glutes up. And breathe how you want. There's just, I'm never quite sure. Like you can exhale as you engage the glutes coming up, and then inhale as you slowly with engaged core come down. That's the way to do it, or the opposite if you like. Just really feeling the glutes come alive. Feeling the quads come alive as you're pressing your feet into the floor. So let's take a moment staying up in the bridge, holding it there. Really on the exhale, sort of almost like sort of a pulsing in your glutes a little bit, where you're just trying to squeeze even a little bit more on each exhale. Really pressing those feet into the floor. Good, wonderful. Then slowly coming down with control. Hooray, let's cross over one leg, please. Hugging it in, stretching out. It might feel good to rock side to side a little bit if you like. Wonderful. And now let's switch which leg. Oh, actually, I should have said, oh, do the one that you don't want to do first. I forgot though. But just as a theme, try and, you always have the instinct to pick up one leg. Try today to pick up the other one first. So rocking side to side a bit if that feels good. Good, wonderful. So now let's hug in our knees, then bringing our knees apart just to wake up our inner thighs for a moment, perhaps coming into your version of happy baby. Just waking up those inner thighs, maybe rocking your baby. Good, wonderful. Hugging your knees in together. Now we're going to extend them up towards the ceiling. We're going to turn out our legs a little bit. So we're going to do kind of a scissoring motion. So it's like your heels are coming towards one another and sort of crossing in front of one and then the other. So feeling your inner thighs pulling inwards. Hands just alongside you. Checking in with your lower back. Don't let your lower back get squished into the floor. Okay, so on the exhale, that's when you're going to squeeze your legs and then switch and then squeeze. So feeling your core strong because we're going to start taking the legs a little bit lower, but don't let your lower back start smushing into the floor. Really strong core. And no, you don't want to have the weight on your lower back. So keeping that nice arch in your back. Woo! So lowering your legs a little bit till you feel like, oh, that's enough. If you start feeling it going into your lower back, don't go any further. And then start bringing your legs back up. Oh, I'm done with that one. So let's come back into kind of like a happy baby feeling. Good. Maybe doing some ankle circles. Good. Wonderful. So now feet back onto the floor. Let's do a big full body stretch, reaching your arms overhead. Maybe interlocking your hands and then pressing your palms upwards, pointing your toes, letting your back arch. Just a big, big stretch. Wonderful. Big inhale, exhale, hugging in your knees again. Good. Now feet on the floor. We're going to do some twisty sit-ups. So if it's okay for your shoulders, hands behind your head. Inhale, then exhale. You're kind of drawing up to bring opposite shoulder to opposite knee. Inhale, slowly coming down. So lots of control coming up and then lots of control coming back down. Good, just a few more. Good, wonderful. Let's reach those arms overhead again, stretching out, letting your back arch. Big inhale, exhale, let's hug in those knees again. Pressing out the air. Good, wonderful. Extending your feet up towards the ceiling, reaching your arms. So we're going to do that kind of downward dog feeling again. So feeling your spine nice and long, maybe tucking your chin a bit. Feeling that nice stretch in the back of your legs. Good, wonderful. Now let's let our arms relax, keeping our legs up there. You can, and let's try with a really strong core to have your legs start to tip one way and then strong core, bringing them back to center. Maybe having your palms facing down. So it's just like your legs are going one way a little, then exhale, bringing them back to center. Inhale to have them reach, exhale, bringing them back. And yeah, your knees can be a bit bent if that feels better. It's all about your core, lower belly muscles doing the work of bringing your legs back to center. Good, wonderful. Feet on the floor. Let's do some more glute bridges just while we're here because we're going to be going somewhere else soon. So just a few glute bridges just to make use of this time, this location. And really, when you're pressing up into the glute bridge, also feel those stomach muscles lengthening out. Good, wonderful. Coming on down. Now let's roll onto our side. Knees a bit bent, and if you can reach your foot, grabbing on to get a quad stretch, or if you have like a rope or something, just for a moment or two, we just want to stretch out that quad. Or if it's too much of a bother to grab a rope, just stretch back that leg and bend that leg till you feel the quad going. Good, wonderful. So bring that back down. Let's have our knees together. We're going to do the clamshell one where you're really feeling sort of the hip glute on the side here, contracting to bring up the leg and slowly bringing it down. So feeling that contraction. Good, wonderful. Now lengthening out your legs. Now this is one that I saw in a book, and I don't know how, we'll see how it goes. So imagine you are a mermaid and your feet are stuck together, strong core, your feet are stacked, and then try and lift up your feet. So I'm not loving the feeling in my hip, but just give it a try, see how you feel about it. Trying to lift your legs up off the floor, feeling the side of your core engage. I found I didn't want to be right on my hip, so I rolled back a little bit onto my glute because I don't know, just pressing into the floor didn't feel great. Good, wonderful. And then coming on down. Oh, wonderful. So let's come on to our stomach, please. And we're going to get ready for Superwoman and Superman. So let's just start by just gently coming into a Sphinx. So just gently lifting up your chest. Let's just hang out here for a moment, not going too crazy on your back. Let's just sort of relax into this feeling because it's a new feeling. On your inhale, feeling your lower back expand. Just trying to soften the lower back. Good, wonderful. Lowering back down. So we're going to do, on the exhale, feet are pressing into the floor and we're lifting the chest up. Feeling those muscles in your back contracting. Inhale, coming on down. Your hands, if you like, could be alongside your body and sort of squeezing in your shoulder blades. Your choice, which one you want to do. The exhale is what draws you up. And then inhale, coming on down. Just a few more. Good, wonderful. Reaching your arms forward. And let's just kind of do that roll side to side thing where you're kind of rolling and then you come into kind of like a twist, opening up your arms and then rolling back. Your top knee bends, your top arm opens up, so you end up in like a twisty feeling. This is called divine rolling. And Shiva Ray came up with it. Good. Wonderful. Coming back through center, hands staying, kind of reaching forward. We're going to try with a strong, happy back muscles, lifting one leg and then the opposite arm. So not lifting up too much with their spine. And then lower that down, then do the other side, almost like kind of a swimming feeling. Oh, wow, this side's way harder. So you're keeping your spine long and strong, but not overly arched, and really reaching with your hand and reaching with your leg. Good. So this will be our exhale as you reach. Or actually, no, let's have that be the inhale, and then exhale coming on down. And if you start to feel like a compression or pain in your lower back, then do what feels nice, maybe child's pose, or like lessen the degree that your back is arched. Just a few more. Good, wonderful. Now let's come up and do that child's pose that I mentioned. So just having a little break to stretch out those back muscles, breathing deep, just letting your back lengthen out. Wonderful. Slowly coming back up onto your hands and knees. And while we're here, just doing a few cow and cat. Good. Wonderful. So now it feels okay. We're going to reach this really strong core, reaching one arm forward, and especially the stomach muscles underneath your ribs, feeling them really engaged. And if this feels okay, lengthening out the opposite leg. Really strong core, long spine, foot flexed. Now, if this feels okay, try on the inhale, having your leg go out to the side, arm going out to the side, and then exhale, bringing everything back through center. So inhale, things kind of go to the side. Exhale, pulling in your inner thigh. Strong core, of course. Good, wonderful. Putting everything back down on the floor, letting your hips go side to side. So inhale through center, exhale, doing that little side bend. Good, wonderful. So let's try that on the other side. Start with just the arm reaching, strong core right under the ribs, long spine, looking down, trying extending now the opposite leg, foot flexed. Good, starting just with the feeling of the exhale, really contracting the core. And then try on the inhale, having things reach out to the side, and then exhale, drawing things in. Really feeling those inner thighs pulling as you come in. Good, wonderful. Hands back down, and let's just, whichever you like. I feel like my hips side to side. Maybe you feel like more of a cow and cat feeling, just doing something pleasant. Now, as for our sort of crescendo, you've got a choice. You can either come in to plank, or if that's not going to work for your shoulders, there's the boat one where you're tipping back and maybe lifting up your feet, feeling your core really strong. So choose your medicine, as they say. So whether it's core or boat, plank or boat, coming into it with a really strong core. If you're in plank, feel like your elbows and your knees are kind of like come towards one another. Whew. I'm not up for it today, but keep going, guys. Breathing deep. Good, wonderful. Coming out of it, bring your feet, your knees back down onto the floor, doing whatever feels nice. And then we remember a while ago, we were on our side, stretching out our hamstrings. So come on down to the other side that we haven't done yet. And grabbing that foot if you can, or just bending that foot back to get a quad stretch. So trying to remember which side you haven't done yet. And going there. Breathing deep. Wow, that got my heart rate going. Good, wonderful. Knees together and bent, and let's do that opening up clamshell thing where you feel the sort of the side glute. Squeezing up and coming down. Good, wonderful. Now lengthening out your legs, trying that kind of mermaid or merman thing where you're lifting up your feet. As long as it feels okay, maybe tipping around till you don't feel sort of bony bits pressing into the floor. Good. Wonderful. Bringing your legs back down, rolling onto your back. Doing some windshield wipers, please. Wonderful. Stretching out to a big full body stretch. Big inhale, and then exhale to curl in your knees. Good. And then extending out into your downward dog feeling. So your feet are flexed, your palms are pressing up. You're just feeling a really big stretch in your back. Good. Nice big inhale, then exhale, hugging in your knees. Letting them roll side to side, letting your whole body roll side to side. Good, wonderful. So let's come into a twist. So feet on the floor, hands open alongside your body, swishing picking up your hips and putting them one way, And then trying to do it the way that it's not your instinct to do it first. So go the kind of uncomfortable way first, letting your knees flop over. Feeling your chest open up, your legs getting heavy, and just relax into it. Big inhale, let go on the exhale. Coming back through center, doing something to untwist your spine, maybe hugging in your knees. And whenever you're ready, no rush at all, scooching your hips the other way to let your knees fall to the other side. Coming back through center, getting untwisted. Maybe hugging in your knees for a moment. Now feet on the floor, coming into just one bridge. Nice big inhales, you come up. Exhale, slowly lowering down, hugging in your knees. And then opening up into Shavasana, letting everything relax down into the floor. Just feeling your breath, that gentle inhale. Feeling your lower belly just ballooning out, expanding. And then exhale, letting it go. Slowly either going deeper into your breath or slowly starting to move, waking your body back up if you like. Stretching out in whatever way feels good. Rolling onto your side, having a rest there. Slowly coming up to seated. Bring your hands to heart center, giving them a little bit of a rub first, just waking them up. Good. And then pressing them into your chest. Just breathing deep, feeling that deep, deep breath, your lower belly expanding on the inhale, feeling the spine getting longer, and letting everything relax, shoulders dropping down on the exhale. Namaste.
Namaste.
And stop in the